What they are doing to Michael and Willow is downright criminal. If you thought the custody battle was as ugly as it could get, you are entirely mistaken. A jaw-dropping twist is coming that will wreak devastation on everything we thought we knew about this fractured family, and I am here to spill every single chaotic detail. Let us take a moment to look at the absolute chaotic mess that is Michael Corinthos and Willow Kane right now. If you ask me, their marriage has been a ticking time bomb for months, but this bitter custody battle over Wiley and Amelia has pushed them past the point of no return. We have watched them tear each other apart, using every dirty trick in the book to gain the upper hand. Michael has been flexing his newly acquired power at deception, while Willow has been desperately strategizing with Jack Brennan, trying to force Michael to yield full custody. The tension has been suffocating, and the stakes have never been higher. Both of them are operating on pure adrenaline and deep-seated resentment, creating a toxic environment that was bound to explode in the worst possible way. We all remember the terrifying incident with Jacinda Brackett. In a fit of jealousy and shady plotting, Jacinda slipped a powerful drug into Willow's iced coffee. Willow was high, dancing around her living room, dangerously close to driving her innocent children to the arcade in a complete stupor. It was an absolute nightmare, and if Michael had not arrived just in time to stop Wiley from taking a sip and to realize what was happening to Willow, it could have ended in an unspeakable tragedy. Michael was utterly disgusted and furious with Jacinda for putting his children's lives in grave danger, but the aftermath of that terrifyingly close call created a strange, intense vulnerability between the warring exes. In the quiet, emotionally charged hours following the drugging incident, the adrenaline, the fear, and the lingering effects of the substance led to a shocking moment of weakness. Yes, guys, Michael and Willow slept together. It was a secret night of passion born out of pure chaos and trauma. But instead of bringing them closer or healing their shattered bond, it only complicated the explosive war between them. They swept it under the rug, pretending it never happened, returning to their vicious legal strategies as if that intimate night was nothing more than a hallucination. They thought their secret was safe, buried beneath the mountain of legal briefs and custody demands. But that's not even the craziest part. The real bombshell drops when Michael happens to be walking down a quiet hallway and overhears a hushed, frantic phone call. Michael stops dead in his tracks when he recognizes Willow's voice. She is pacing, her voice trembling with anxiety, speaking directly to her obstetrician. The words hit Michael like a physical blow to the chest. Willow is pregnant. As he stands there, hidden in the shadows, listening to her schedule a discreet prenatal appointment, the math instantly adds up in his head. The timing is undeniable. This unborn child is the direct result of that secret, drug-fueled night they spent together. For a normal man, discovering that his ex-wife is carrying his child might bring a flicker of hope or joy. But Michael Corinthos is not a normal man, and he is currently operating in full mob boss mode. Instead of being thrilled, Michael is absolutely horrified. If you ask me, his reaction is chilling. He realizes immediately that this unexpected pregnancy is going to completely destroy the custody agreement they have been bitterly fighting over. A new baby changes everything in the eyes of the court. It resets the battlefield. All the leverage Michael thought he had, all the careful maneuvering to secure Wiley and Amelia, is suddenly thrown into absolute jeopardy by this unwanted miracle. Michael's psychological state fractures in that moment. He sees this innocent unborn child not as a blessing, but as a tactical nightmare that will wreak devastation on his grand master plan. He is furious that Willow kept this from him, even for a moment, and his Corinthos temper flares to life. He does not stop to consider her feelings or the immense stress she is under. He only sees how this pregnancy threatens his control. He storms out of the hallway, his mind racing with dark, calculated thoughts on how to handle this unprecedented crisis before the lawyers and the judges find out. But that's not even the craziest part. The tension reaches a boiling point when Michael corners Willow at the Quartermain mansion. The historic living room, with Edward Quartermain's portrait looking down on them, becomes the stage for an epic confrontation. Michael does not hold back. He aggressively demands a satisfactory answer about the future of this child. He throws the overheard phone call in her face, his voice echoing off the mansion walls. "Tell me it is not true, Willow," he demands, his eyes blazing with a mix of betrayal and ruthless determination. He corners her, demanding to know how she could possibly think she could hide a pregnancy from him while they are in the middle of a brutal legal war. Willow, backed into a corner, finally breaks. Tears stream down her face as she admits the undeniable truth. Yes, she is pregnant. Yes, it is his child, the result of that chaotic, regrettable night after Jacinda drugged her. But instead of cowering under Michael's intimidating presence, a fierce maternal instinct rises within her. Willow wipes her tears and stands tall, her voice steadying into a fierce roar. She looks Michael dead in the eye and delivers a chilling vow that shakes him to his core. Willow swears, with every ounce of breath in her body, that she will never, ever let this new child become a part of the dangerous, hate-filled Corinthos family. She unleashes a torrent of long-buried secrets and fears, screaming about the mob violence, the guns, the enemies, and the constant shadow of death that follows Sonny Corinthos and anyone who carries his name. She tells Michael that she has spent her entire life trying to protect Wiley and Amelia from that toxic world, and she will be damned if she brings another innocent baby into a family where car bombs and kidnappings are considered normal Tuesday occurrences. She declares that this baby will be hers alone, completely severing any ties to the Corinthos legacy. But that's not even the craziest part. While Michael and Willow are screaming at each other in the Quartermain living room, completely consumed by their bitter feud and this life-altering bombshell, they are entirely unaware that they are not alone. Lurking just outside the heavy oak doors, hidden perfectly in the shadows of the mansion hallway, is none other than Drew Kane. Drew has miraculously recovered enough mobility to sneak around, and he is standing there, perfectly still, eavesdropping on every single word of their explosive confrontation. If you have been paying attention, you know that Drew Kane has descended into utter darkness. After Nina pushed his wheelchair into the lake, leaving him to drown until Gio Palmieri saved him, and after being ruthlessly blackmailed by Jack Brennan into submission, Drew's soul has been poisoned by a deep, burning resentment. He harbors a venomous hatred for Willow and Nina, blaming them for his suffering and his loss of control. He has been waiting in the wings, biding his time like a predator, desperate for any shred of leverage he could use to destroy the woman who shot him and the family that abandoned him. As Drew listens to Willow confess to the pregnancy, and hears Michael's horrified reaction regarding the custody battle, a sinister, malicious smile spreads across his face. He catches every single word, every tear, every vicious threat. He now possesses the ultimate weapon: an unborn child, a secret pregnancy, and a shattered custody agreement. Drew knows exactly how much power this information holds. He realizes that he can use this long-buried secret to orchestrate a ruthless blackmail plot of epic proportions. Drew's mind begins spinning with dark possibilities. He can threaten to expose the pregnancy to the courts, destroying Michael's legal standing. He can hold the secret over Willow's head, forcing her to undo the blackmail that Jack Brennan holds over. He can manipulate both of these star-crossed lovers, turning their unborn child into a pawn in his own twisted game of revenge. Drew Kane is no longer the honorable man we once knew. He is a vengeful ghost haunting the halls of the Quartermain mansion, and he is about to unleash absolute hell on Michael and Willow. The stage is set for a catastrophic fallout, ladies. Will Michael find a way to silence Willow and take control of this narrative before it reaches a judge? Will Willow's desperate vow to protect her unborn child from the Corinthos mob push her to take deadly, irreversible action? And just how far is Drew Kane willing to go with his sinister blackmail plot now that he holds the keys to their destruction? The walls are closing in, the secrets are spilling out, and I promise you, the devastation is only just beginning. You will not want to miss a single second of the fallout next week.